To video 2, we're going to be talking about conditional statements, and one of them is an if statement. So let's just get straight into it. We're going to start by building a quiz game. So let's use the print function from earlier on. I'm going to say print. I'm just going to ask the user a question. Would you like to play my, what we're going to make it my, let's just say computer science quiz. Whoopsie. My bad. Question mark. All right. Would you like to play my computer science quiz? And then we're going to prompt them to give some kind of answer. We're going to say W or N. All right. So let's just run that and see what we get. All right, there it is. Would you like to play my computer science quiz? Yes or no? Okay, but I haven't given it anything yet. So let's say I'm gonna make a variable called answer, and I'm gonna set it equal to. Instead of just printing this out, I'm going to use that input function we used from before. All right, and then this time the response of the user can be saved in this variable. And to prove that, I'm going to just print out the user answered. And let's just give a space, and then we can just say what we can just print out what the answer was. Let's try that. So if I run it again, it says, would you like to play my computer science quiz? You could put an N. Oopsie, sorry, I'm in the wrong place. N, and then it says the user answered N. Okay, good. So it worked. All right. So, in fact, I'm going to change this. I'm going to say users underscore answer. Now, this is how, if you have more than one word in Python, this is how you do that in Python. You use an underscore. You can't name a variable with a space in it. All right, so that's the user's answer. Then over here, what we're going to do is do an if statement. I'm going to say if the user's answer is not the same as, well, we're expecting them to say yes. So if they're not going to say yes, then we're just going to print goodbye, because they've obviously said no or something else. And then there's a function. This is a function that just comes part of Python. It's the quit function. We'll just close out. So that's if they don't say yes. But if they do, the code's just going to carry on running here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to print another line. I'm going to say this line of, that's what I'll do. This line of code ran. All right, so what I want you to see is if this function actually ends the whole program. So let me show you. Would you like to play the computer quiz? So if I don't say Y, if I say anything else, it's going to say goodbye, and then it should end. If it doesn't end, you will see this line of code ran printed. So let's see. If I say N, it said, oh, so we've still got this line. I forgot about that. This line of code up here. So that's what it said, but it did print the goodbye over there, and you can see it never printed this other line of code because the program just quit out. But if you run it again, and this time you press Y, it says the user answered Y, so that's this one again, and then it didn't hit this. It jumped over it because this time the user's answer is equal to Y. This this exclamation means is not equal to y. So it just jumped over this. It didn't run this code at all. This indented code only runs if this is true. And because it isn't true, it carried on running and it ran this line of code here. Okay. So what can we do with this? Let's just make a little quiz. And then we're gonna, so now we can say user's answer, and we can set user's answer to a new variable, and we can override what it was. So that's kind of like taking whatever was inside that box, throwing it out and putting a new value in there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say user's answer, and we're going to use that input function again. This time we're going to ask them a question, and this is for you to quiz yourself. So let's say something simple like what does CPU stand for? If you don't know that, you're in big trouble. All right, so the user's answer is the response. So there's going to be an input, and whatever you answer, that's gonna print. So I'm just going to say what the user's answer is. I'm going to actually take this line from here and just put it at the bottom here. All right. So yeah, let's try that. So if I run it, would you like to play this quiz? Yes. What does CPU stand for? And then I'm going to say Dave. Press enter, and the user answered Dave. Okay, so now the next step, I'm going to give what the actual answer is. So I'm going to create a new variable called answer. And the actual answer is central processing unit. Alright, so the user answered, and I'm also going to print out another one and say the actual answer is, and then I'm going to say answer. Alright, I'm going to clear my terminal by typing clear and hitting enter and then running it again. Would you like to play? Yes. Okay, what does CPU stand for? So I'm going to give the wrong answer. It's going to say Dave, and it says the user answered Dave, but the actual answer is central processing unit. Alright, cool. So let's try them. Let's just get rid of these two lines. Then I'm just going to, now it's quite easy, it's readable. You can say if the user's answer is the same as the answer. In other words, if the user gives the right answer, I'm just going to say print the user gave the correct answer. And else, I'm going to print the user gave the incorrect answer. Alright, so let's try it out this time. Run it again. What does it stand for? I'll give the incorrect one first. It says the user gave the incorrect answer and the program closed out. Good. Run it again. And if I say central processing unit, the user gave the correct answer. Okay, good. So it worked. Good job. So this is conditional statements, because if this condition becomes true, it will run this line of code or this route. If this isn't true, it will go a different route. And this is a fundamental part of computer programming. Okay, very good. Thank you. Have a good day.